Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. Are you ready to tap into some powerful energy? In today's video, we'll dive into a group reading and energy update for our amazing community. I'll be shuffling through some beautiful oracle cards, specifically focused on love and relationships. Let's see what messages the universe has in store for us. The card we've pulled is Regrets. Interestingly, I'm also seeing the image of an eagle, which instantly brings to mind freedom. Someone ready to spread their wings and take flight. Along with that, I keep seeing thread, so someone might be into needlepoint or sewing. Remember, when I channel specific names, symbols, or details, they are often meant for particular individuals. Only take what resonates with you. I'm hearing the name Tim, and I'm also seeing a pair of boots, maybe even cowboy boots for someone listening. The metaphor of shoes here makes me think of someone choosing to walk away from something, embracing their freedom like the eagle, ready to soar. But on the flip side, someone else may be feeling deep regret as a result of that choice. I'm picking up on someone here who may have chosen to spread their wings and walk away from a particular person or situation. I'm seeing images of sand, but for someone else, it might be snow. There's this sense of someone feeling left out in the cold, as if they're fading away, like footprints disappearing in the snow or sand. This person may feel like they didn't leave a lasting mark in your life, that you've already moved on and forgotten them. They're showing up with strong masculine energy, as we've drawn the masculine card. Whether it's your divine masculine, twin flame, or soulmate, this person is searching for you. I'm sensing their deep regret. They're seeing your face in every crowd, longing for your presence. There's also a strong Capricorn vibe here for some of you. Let's pull a few message cards from the Burning Love Oracle. Right away, I'm getting a visual of someone with black hair, maybe even facial hair or a beard. The first messages coming through are, they will never compare to you, and I should have fought for you. Pride is also coming up. Perhaps this person's pride is what's keeping them from reaching out, apologizing, or expressing their regrets. It could have even been what stood in the way when you two were connected. I'm hearing, I gave up. Maybe you felt like they just walked away from your connection. There's also a mention of the red thread, specifically the red thread of destiny. This is the invisible thread that ties the two of you together. The invisible string theory is coming through too. The belief that when two souls are meant to connect, the universe will always find a way to pull you back together, no matter what. I'm picking up on a fated meeting. Something about your encounter felt like it was meant to be. Let's dive a bit deeper into this person. The Ace of Cups reversed suggests they're dealing with deep sadness, feeling like the connection never had the chance to reach its full potential. They're taking on a lot of the blame, regretting not fighting for you or this relationship. It seems they've tried to push their feelings down and keep them hidden. This person might struggle with repressing their desires, feeling unworthy of what they truly want. They could even convince themselves they don't want something that, deep down, they really do. This pattern of behavior likely extends beyond romantic relationships and into other areas of their life. It seems pride and fear of disappointment are significant factors at play here. I'm seeing a lot of green and hearing something about a forest. It feels like they might have been so caught up in the details that they lost the forest for the trees, missing out on the bigger picture. What they truly wanted was a deeper partnership. With the Two of Cups, it's clear they were hoping to elevate the connection to a higher level of commitment. I'm seeing engagement rings, which could be literal or symbolic of their desire for a serious commitment. They were afraid of disappointment and feeling left out in the cold, and it seems they may have ended up manifesting exactly what they feared. I'm also hearing Career. This person might currently be focusing on their work and personal growth in that area. I'm sensing that this person wants to take another shot at changing their fate with the Wheel of Fortune. They're feeling a lot of internal conflict right now. I'm seeing a fox, which might hold some personal symbolism. It's almost like they're torn between reaching out and taking a risk to be honest about their true desires. What they really want is a deeper partnership and a stronger connection with you. If you two were connected in the past, they might have even imagined engagement or wedding rings, daydreamed about proposing, or longed for a long-term future together. It might surprise you to know how deeply they've felt this, as they may have never shared or even hinted at their longing. However, there's a complex dynamic at play. They've been avoiding fully embracing their desires, convincing themselves they don't really want it to protect themselves from potential failure or disappointment, especially the fear of letting you down. It looks like this person is on a karmic journey right now, as indicated by the Justice card. They're feeling conflicted between staying on this path and taking a leap of faith to embrace their true potential, stepping into their power, acknowledging their real desires, and taking a risk. This risk seems to be about opening up to you about their feelings, but they're feeling pretty hesitant. So, why the hesitation? They see you as embodying the Queen of Swords, someone who's focused on doing what's best for yourself. You're in that eagle energy, perhaps having moved on from them. You might be setting strong boundaries and maintaining high standards in your relationships. This person may have previously brought your energy down because of their lower vibrational state. Even though you showed them compassion, their energy might have deeply affected you due to your empathic nature, where you naturally absorb the feelings of others. Their hesitation to be fully honest with you or take a leap of faith is partly because they're aware of your Queen of Swords energy. They know you have strong boundaries and high standards, which can be intimidating. This person, with the Seven of Wands energy, recognizes that you're well protected. It's almost like you have a spiritual shield around you that not only this person, but others can sense. You're sending out a powerful message in the quantum realm, whether you're aware of it or not, that says, I am divinely protected. My spirit guides are looking out for me. If you want to connect with me, you'll need to raise your vibration to meet my standards, or you won't be able to enter my life consistently. You might not even realize how much protective energy surrounds you. What feels like isolation or rejection could actually be divine protection in action. While your human side might see the absence of people or the lack of lasting connections as rejection, on a spiritual level, anything that doesn't align with your higher vibration is being kept away. I'm hearing the phrase, too big to fail. It's like your energy has become so high vibrational that anything negative can't enter your life. This is actually a wonderful thing because it acts as spiritual bumpers on your path. Just like bowling bumpers keep the ball from going into the gutter, these spiritual protections keep you on track toward your personal success. You'll stay in your lane and continue moving forward, avoiding major detours thanks to these divine safeguards. So, this person is at a crossroads. It's not just about whether to text, call, or reconnect with you. They need to align their internal vibration to meet you where you are. You're not someone they can casually connect with. If they reach out without doing the necessary inner work, they'll find themselves pushed out of your life. I sense they're subconsciously aware of this dynamic. They know that if they make a move without matching your energy, they'll likely face disappointment and be pushed away, whether they want that outcome or not. I'm going to reshuffle the cards now, because this reading is diving deep. There's so much symbolism and metaphor here, so let me know if any of it resonates with you personally. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious about the paths this person is choosing between, as they're currently in that Two of Swords energy. I'm seeing a bow, which might symbolize a gift. Maybe they're thinking about reaching out around a holiday, birthday, or another special occasion, or perhaps they want to give you something. I'm also seeing an elephant, which could hint at an elephant in the room that needs addressing. Additionally, I'm picking up initials R, O, B, N, and Y. These could be relevant to someone's name. After reshuffling the cards, the Seven of Wands has shown up again. I'm sensing this represents your energy. It feels like you've taken the high road in this connection and recognized your self-worth. Being with this person in the past may have had a significant impact on you. You might have even sent a message to the universe like, if this person is meant to stay in my life, let it happen effortlessly. If not, let them fade away easily. I'm receiving a powerful message from someone's guides about a helpful exercise for when you feel stuck in a connection, whether it's with a friend, job, place, or person. If you're unsure whether it's truly for your highest good, you don't need to forcefully push them out of your life, especially if emotions are running high. Instead, this process can be a gentle way to assess their impact on your life, but only use it if you're truly ready for whatever outcome may come. Your guides suggest, don't ask for someone to be removed from your life unless you're prepared to receive the answer and let them go. This process is quite powerful. I'm even considering doing a whole podcast episode on it, but it's really simple. Just communicate with the universe, your guides, or your higher self, whatever you connect with, by saying something like, I'm unsure what to do here. If this person or situation isn't for my highest good, let them be effortlessly removed from my life. If they are for my highest good, let them stay harmoniously. Once you've made your request, let it go and continue with your life. See what unfolds. From my own experience, only use this method if you're truly ready to accept the outcome. I've used this approach with people I cared about deeply but felt might not align with my highest path. Often, within days or weeks, something happens that naturally shifts the connection. Whether it's miscommunication, drifting apart, or just not talking anymore. Sometimes the connection might evolve positively. It can go either way, as you're essentially handing it over to the divine and letting your higher self guide you. Many of you might have tried something similar before, but if you haven't, this could be a good time to give it a shot. Even if you've done something like this, it doesn't have to be the exact method or wording. There are many ways to entrust a situation to the universe and allow yourself to be guided towards your highest alignment. It seems like for someone listening, you've truly come to recognize your own worth and value. Even though you felt a lot of love and compassion for this person, especially for the struggles they were facing, you realized they might have been holding you back from reaching your highest potential or affecting you negatively. Whether you were aware of it or not, you might have sent a message to the universe saying, I'm stepping into my power. If this person isn't aligned with me, let them naturally drift out of my life. For others, you might have actively decided to walk away from this person after some deep reflection. Even though you cared for them deeply, and in many cases, love is a fitting word, you had to prioritize yourself and your self-worth. At that time, something about the person or situation wasn't in harmony with you while you were embracing your true power. They were used to connecting with you from a place of weakness or disempowerment. Once you raised your vibration, grew more confident, and radiated that energy, they found it hard to relate to or connect with you on that new level. We've pulled the Big Goals card, which indicates that you've redirected your focus towards personal goals and aspirations. These goals are deeply connected to your true soul purpose here on Earth. You might even be working on something involving computers, and coffee could be significant for someone here. The card's message: don't call it a dream, call it a plan, suggests you've turned what was once just a dream or vision into an actionable plan and are starting to see real progress. When this person stepped out of your life, whether it was a choice you made or guidance from your spirit team, you likely experienced an immediate shift in your energy. You might not have realized just how much they were impacting you until they were no longer around. With their departure, you felt a renewed sense of balance as reflected in the yin and yang card. Darkness and light, stay centered in your higher self. The Sacred Space card suggests that even if you're not physically connected, there's still a strong spiritual bond between you, possibly through telepathic communication at a soul level, even if they're not consciously aware of it. Blue butterflies might be significant for someone, symbolizing breakthrough and reinvention. You're ready to take things to the next level. The Deception card advises, look beyond the superficial. While the physical separation was necessary for your own balance and focus, your souls remain connected. You likely have a regular practice, whether it's a daily ritual, time spent in nature, or a special spot like your living space, or even a parking lot, where you go into a sacred space to reconnect with your higher self. During these moments of inner connection, you're unconsciously engaging in telepathic communication with this person's soul. This interaction may be driving them towards transformation and awakening, urging them to explore deeper meanings beyond the surface. Even if you're not physically connected right now, this soul communication is happening, guided by your higher self. Once again, the Justice card has appeared, bringing up themes of consequences. This person may need to face the repercussions of their actions. I'm also hearing the word detour, suggesting that you might be led back together in the future. Right now, it feels like in another timeline or parallel reality, you two are still connected. However, in this current reality, their human self took a detour, leading to complications in your connection. It's almost as if, in this alternate reality or timeline, you're in some sort of partnership, or even married. You might be catching glimpses of this alternate connection, which can make it hard to fully let go of them emotionally. You're deeply connected to other dimensions and timelines. When you sense a bond with someone in an alternate reality, past life, or even a future scenario, which, energetically, are all intertwined, you may experience strong emotions or longing for them in this current reality. This can get quite complex. Right now, this person is navigating the consequences of a detour they took due to their own free will choices. They're facing what they need to because of these decisions. Meanwhile, on a soul level, you continue to be a guiding light for them, helping them navigate this journey, even though they might be spiritually blocked from fully connecting with you in the physical world. Let's dive deeper into the detour this person took. The Fool card suggests they may have made a rather reckless choice. It seems they chose to keep drifting through life instead of taking the necessary steps towards you. This detour wasn't necessarily about what they did or said, but rather about what they didn't do or say, particularly their inaction. Your connection was meant to spark something within them, to ignite a fire, and push them into action. However, they opted not to take that leap, leading them onto this winding path. Now, from their perspective, it feels like they're on a never-ending, spiraling road, though it isn't truly endless. They're feeling quite lost right now. Despite this, your soul continues to shine as a guiding light for them on a spiritual level. This person can feel it whenever you shift your energy internally. Even when you retreat into your sacred space or go into hermit mode, they sense it because of the strong connection you share. With the Knight of Cups and Eight of Wands, I'm picking up on a rush of energy, possibly from the heart, admiring you as you step into your Nine of Pentacles energy. This could be someone new. I'm hearing, coming out of the darkness and into the light. That could be you, emerging from a challenging time in your life, now ready to embrace happiness, connection, joy, and support. This offer or energy might be a reflection of that shift. Additionally, we have the King of Cups, which indicates that this new person entering your life is deeply in tune with their emotions and ready to offer something meaningful. This stands in contrast to the earlier energy we picked up on, the one symbolized by the Fool card, which lacked the commitment and action you needed. In contrast, this new energy is represented by the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. This person not only understands their emotions, but is also willing to express them openly. I'm hearing that they want to be a source of stability for you, whereas in the past, you were the one providing stability in the other connection, which became draining despite your compassion. I want to start by mentioning the heavy energy I was picking up. It felt tired and lethargic. If you've been feeling a bit drained or low on energy, this message might resonate with you. Interestingly, when I went to grab my Energy Oracle cards deck, one card was accidentally left behind on the table, the Victory card. Of course, I don't believe in accidents or coincidences, so I see this as a sign. The Victory card often symbolizes breakthroughs, which feels important here. All day, I've had this sensation, like that moment after a long run when you stop to catch your breath. It's as if I've been pushing forward quickly, and now I need to slow down. I sense that this is a collective energy, a metaphorical pause where many of us are catching our breath. It's a time for rest, and I'm hearing that we shouldn't feel guilty for taking this break. It's essential to recharge. If you've been feeling the need to rest and recharge, but find yourself feeling guilty about taking that time, I'm hearing that part of this process is learning to let go of that guilt. Rest is essential, and the guilt you're experiencing could be rooted in generational patterns. I've been seeing flashes of feminine ancestors all day, especially from your maternal line. If you identify as a divine feminine, I'm picking up that you're healing deep ancestral and generational wounds. What's interesting is that this healing is happening subconsciously. You might feel waves of pain, guilt, or heavy emotions resurfacing, not fully realizing where they're coming from. In reality, these emotions are connected to the generational curses you're actively breaking, even if you're unaware of the full scope of this powerful healing work. This message could resonate in different ways, depending on what's been passed down through your maternal line. One strong theme coming through is about your relationship with self-image and your physical body. This may be very specific, so only take it if it feels right for you. For some, there's a generational pattern where your feminine ancestors had to spiritually disconnect from their bodies as a way to survive, whether in emotionally or physically challenging environments. To cope, they may have had to fragment themselves, disconnecting from their intuition and the signals their bodies were sending them. This energy feels incredibly heavy, and I had to pause because of its intensity. But it's important to note that, as divine feminine energy, you have a deep intuition that flows through your physical body. For those of you who resonate with this, you're likely in the process of healing this generational pattern by reconnecting with your body and relearning how to trust its wisdom. I'm also sensing that someone may have inherited a piece of jewelry from a feminine ancestor. The energy coming through feels really intense, and it's taking me a moment to translate it all. It seems that for some of your female ancestors, this disconnection from their bodies may have been misunderstood or even diagnosed as psychological issues. In reality, they had to disconnect parts of their soul or spirit from their physical body to survive, numbing themselves to the intuition their bodies were trying to communicate. They didn't have the resources or the ability to follow that inner guidance due to their circumstances. If this resonates with you, you might have found that unlike them, you're unable to ignore your intuition for very long. When you stray from a path that isn't aligned with your truth, your body reacts, whether it's through stomach aches, headaches, or other physical symptoms, because your intuition speaks to you through your body. Of course, I'm not a medical professional, so it's important to check with a doctor if you're experiencing physical symptoms. That said, the body does have its own form of intuition, and I'm picking up that you've likely experienced this when you've been on a path that didn't feel right for you. Your intuition speaks to you in different ways, and you've learned not to ignore it. This might have caused some chaos in your life, as you're not someone who can just go along to get along when something feels off. It could have led to conflicts in relationships or even sudden life changes, like dropping out of school, quitting a job, or making big shifts, because you simply couldn't stay in situations that weren't aligned with your truth. You've probably noticed that your body craves more rest and care than might seem logical. After spending time in crowds or groups, you might feel the need to cleanse your energy physically, as if you absorb other people's energy and feel it in your body. This has made finding ways to clear your energy essential to your well-being. At times, especially before you became more aware of it, this might have been frustrating. It's led you to create routines around self-care, whether through your diet, exercise, or sleep, like needing naps to recharge. You've learned to follow your own rhythm when it comes to your physical needs, even if it means marching to the beat of your own drum. You're also likely very selective about who you allow to touch you or be in your space. This is all part of breaking a deep generational pattern, one that involves staying fully connected to your body and its intuition. You are someone who lives with your whole soul pouring through you. You are not someone willing to numb, fragment, or dilute yourself in any way. That is healing your maternal line, even though, at times, it might feel like it's creating chaos or routines in your life that look illogical to others. Wow, that was a lot of information coming through. I also want to see what other generational curses might be breaking here. By the way, if this message resonates with you, you may have had feminine ancestors communicating with you through dreams or coming through in visions. If these messages are connecting, I would recommend using an energy clearing tool daily, especially if you fit the description we've been discussing. As I was shuffling, I pulled the Appreciation Reversed card. The second generational curse that I feel you are breaking, especially as a divine feminine, is related to past lives. This could be from your personal past lives, or for some of you, it may even be within this lifetime. You've experienced this dynamic previously, but it feels so distant and foreign to you energetically that although it technically happened in this lifetime, it almost feels like a past life. This is because you've grown so much in your confidence, strength, and resilience that you now have extremely strong energetic boundaries and high energetic standards. I do feel there was a past life, either a previous time in this lifetime or literal past lives, where you were in situations of being deeply unappreciated by the people around you. This may have been by a dominant person in your life, such as a family member or a romantic relationship. I see someone blocking out all the light, as though someone was trying to block out your light completely, and you started to believe that you had no light because of their influence. Whether this was a literal past life or just a past time in this life, it left you feeling vulnerable and weak, symbolized by the angel of strength in reverse. Even though this time left you feeling alone and vulnerable, it built the foundation for who you are now and who you are destined to become. You are stepping into that destined timeline. For many of you, you've been aligned with that destiny for some time. Through this pain and vulnerability, feeling broken down and alone, something was activated within you. This is the kind of trial most souls would not choose to undergo in a lifetime. 99% of souls wouldn't opt for it because they wouldn't survive it. Those who make it through these challenging experiences often find that they become catalysts for incredible power and clarity. I'm hearing, you love so deeply because you've been hurt so deeply. Many people don't see this side of you. They notice your light and love, but don't fully understand the raw, painful experiences that shaped the person you are today. These trials have done more than just strengthen you. They've also helped you release heavy attachments and reveal your true self. For some, this might have involved breaking free from a controlling person who never truly appreciated you. I'm hearing, unmasked the narcissist. This may not resonate with everyone, but for those who have faced such a dynamic, you've seen the truth behind their facade. More importantly, it's also been about unveiling your authentic self. I'm seeing a bluebird, which feels significant for someone. Let's dive deeper. What is this unmasking about? I drew the Temple Path card, symbolizing that this unmasking has helped you align with your soul's true purpose. It feels like this could be about revealing your authentic self. If this resonates, it likely involved a powerful ego death, where you had to shed layers of yourself, much like a chameleon. You may have grieved a past version of yourself, one that wasn't truly you, but that you identified with for a long time. I know this sounds intricate, but if this message is for you, it'll make perfect sense. This was a crucial step toward stepping into a new chapter of your life, though it seems like this shedding process is still unfolding. I'm hearing, letting go of who you thought you were to become who you were always meant to be. It's incredibly profound energy. I also pulled the Magician and the Mirror card, which reflects the activation and balance of your inner divine feminine and masculine energies. How is this showing up for you? It's a question of balancing your inner self, bringing harmony to both sides of your being. I pulled the Community card. When you release the mask and unveil your true self, you begin to attract a new community. However, you had to shed the old skin. You had to release an old version of yourself that was connected to things, people, outcomes, expectations, and ideas that no longer serve you. It's like you cut yourself out of a web with many strands tied to so many things, and by cutting yourself free, you unveiled your true self. I'm getting that for most of your life, your people, your soul tribe, haven't been able to hear your frequency. This was by design. If you felt incredibly lonely, there's a reason. If you felt behind the curve when it comes to attracting soul friends or your tribe, or if you floated from one group to another without truly finding people who support and understand you, it's because you were placed in that web by design. You, as a soul, chose to incarnate into a dark web of circumstances, ideologies, belief systems, and possibly things related to your family, culture, or identity. The purpose was for you to cut yourself out of this web, and in doing so, show a path to others. If you had not been connected to those others in that web in this lifetime, neither could you have shown them the path out. You've been literally a leader, showing others the way out of a dungeon or something similar, into the light. But you could only do this by being placed within that web, which was very confusing for you. I feel that some aspect of yourself may have built an entire identity around that web. That may have been the skin you had to shed, the version of you that was created based on everything you were told you were or told you were supposed to be. With the garden in the gate reversed, I'm getting that this next phase of your life is going to be about your soul tribe finally being able to hear you. Now that you've been unveiled, you've freed yourself from the web. This is your time to shine, your time to be heard, and to finally attract and connect with people who are truly aligned with you on a deeper level. This will be an era in your life that allows you to be more open and vulnerable in a way you haven't been able to be in the past, because you weren't connecting with your people. For someone listening, you might be hard on yourself because you find it difficult to open up to many of the people you've known or met in this life. However, that's actually because your intuition was always telling you, don't open up to this person, stay a little guarded, protect yourself, set boundaries. This is because these weren't necessarily your people or your true soul tribe. In this era of your life, you will begin attracting individuals who truly align with you at a soul level, with whom you feel safe to be vulnerable, and with whom you can let down your walls. I'm also getting, with action in the upright position, that upon this foundation, which has now been laid through the intense activation you went through, things will begin to pick up speed and move much more quickly. Once again, we have the victory card in the upright position, representing some kind of powerful breakthrough. Here, we have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. It's interesting that these are both 7 cards, so that number might be significant to someone. In the number 7, I see a cycle coming to a close. For some of you, this may literally be a 7-year cycle or a 7-month cycle. I'm also reminded of how, in the Bible, when God created the earth, on the 7th day, he rested. This might be your metaphorical 7th day, a period of rest because it's been done. You've created the destiny life that you are now about to step into, and the rest is going to naturally and automatically unfold. Yes, something is going to come to fruition here with the 7 of Pentacles. Is there anything else I can channel for the beautiful souls tuned in? We have the Knight of Swords. This card is about a big change or opportunity, really jumping into something. It could also represent a person who moves quickly towards you, someone who is very assertive and decisive about you. They might come off as impulsive, but this is simply because they are direct. If you are a divine feminine, this might be a masculine who has recently entered your life in this way, or will soon enter. However, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, this can also represent lost or missed opportunities. It's interesting how these 2 cards seem to present opposite energies. How do they connect? With the Ace of Swords, it's almost like a break, a disconnect, a divide between missed opportunities or a lack mentality and big changes that require seizing the moment. Sometimes you may feel yourself vacillating between these 2 energies. The 5 of Cups indicates that you may, at times, think about the skin you've shed, the past you've let go of, or opportunities that didn't work out. But I'm hearing, you haven't lost anything. You've become everything you were meant to be. Anything you perceived as lost was attached to the skin you shed in order to emerge as this new being, to unveil yourself. I see a pivot, a shift in focus from what you feel you may have left behind to the opportunities and changes that either are already here or will be coming in very quickly. The word independent keeps popping up. and it's no coincidence. Someone here is truly embracing their independence, becoming more self-reliant and emotionally strong. This powerful energy aligns with the journey you're on and the blossoming abundance you're experiencing. The action card urges you to trust your intuition and take bold steps forward, even if the path isn't entirely clear yet. Your growth and empowerment are undeniable. Keep moving forward with confidence. With these two cards, it's evident that the divine feminine is being drawn closer to her true soul gifts, fostering spiritual, emotional, and mental independence. I would like to tell you that you must listen to the video till the end. By liking, sharing, and subscribing, you help me understand my energy better, which allows me to provide more personalized information to you. I sense a transformation happening. Some of you might notice your daily desires and passions shifting as you grow and evolve through this ascension process. The next card, the action card, indicates that the biggest challenge right now could be feeling overwhelmed by the larger vision, leading to inaction. Your guides remind you that this journey unfolds one step at a time. Trust your intuitive guidance and take the next step forward, even if it feels small. Every step is part of the greater vision coming together. What else can we uncover here? The woman holding a heart card has appeared, indicating that the divine feminine is becoming increasingly magnetic to love energy right now. I'm hearing that love is a powerful force expanding your energy. For some of you, this message is specific. There may be love or romantic situations in your life that have been divinely orchestrated to facilitate your growth in unique ways. These relationships might be confusing to the ego, but they are here to profoundly expand you at an energetic level. As I mentioned how love is expanding your energy, the appreciation card appeared, symbolizing deep self-reconnection, self-love, and self-appreciation. Alongside this, the daughter value card in the upright position represents soul expansion, aligning perfectly with our discussion about your energetic essence growing through love. This growth could stem from love in your life, or from learning to fully love and reconnect with yourself. I also sense a subtle feeling of loneliness accompanying this journey towards independence, which is an essential part of your transformation. In these moments of solitude, it's vital to recognize that this space is allowing you to delve deeper into your own self-worth and value. The process of self-discovery and expansion often requires periods of introspection and solitude, which ultimately lead to a stronger connection with your true self and a greater understanding of your unique path. Embrace this time as an opportunity to nurture your inner self and cultivate a profound love and appreciation for who you are. All right, this is incredibly intriguing. Even though there might be a touch of loneliness, divine feminine, you're stepping into an incredibly powerful energy right now, as shown by the blossoming abundance card in the upright position. This card signifies a period of growth, prosperity, and the realization of your desires. The appearance of the fork in the road card suggests that your increasing magnetism is bringing various opportunities and choices into your life. As you harness this energy, you're attracting a multitude of possibilities, leading to key decision-making moments. These choices could relate to different aspects of your life, such as career opportunities, financial prospects, romantic connections, or social engagements. This period of abundance and decision-making reflects your inner growth and the expansion of your manifestation abilities. As these options present themselves, it's important to consider how each aligns with your true desires and life path. This is a time to trust in your intuition and inner wisdom, as they will guide you toward choices that best serve your highest good. Embrace this abundant and transformative phase, recognizing that each decision is an opportunity to align more closely with your authentic self. The abundance you're experiencing is a testament to the energetic shifts you've been cultivating, and these new possibilities are a reflection of the expansive energy you're putting into the world. What choices or options are emerging for you? A card just flew out from the deck, and it's the Pathways card. This suggests that some of these opportunities may involve moving or travel, potentially offering a change in your physical environment. These options seem to center around enhancing your sense of freedom, a core value for many divine feminines right now. This could mean relocating to a new place or exploring new horizons through travel. This strong pull towards freedom may stem from earlier life experiences where you felt constrained or controlled by family, social systems, or societal expectations. In many cases, these environments might have limited your mental, emotional, or even physical freedom. As you've grown into your independence and self-confidence, the value of freedom has become paramount, and you are no longer willing to compromise on this essential aspect of your life. The Guardian of Boundaries card appears, symbolizing the energy of standing firm and holding your ground. This is about asserting yourself and maintaining your position, even when faced with differing opinions or opposition. Another potential opportunity for the divine feminines is to courageously uphold your beliefs and values, especially when others might not understand or agree with you. The word vulnerable comes to mind, as you might feel exposed or sensitive, like you're sticking out due to your unique worldview. This sense of standing out is likely because of your evolved soul and mindset, shaped by numerous past lifetimes and a profound conscious awakening in this one. You might notice the energy of others whispering or talking, making you feel like you're drawing attention because of your distinct perspective. Embrace your uniqueness and trust that this path is leading you to greater freedom and self-expression. This situation might lead you into a solitude phase similar to a hermit mode, where you could feel isolated or alone. The Solitude card, along with the number 1 or 111, suggests you're on the verge of a significant transformation. This number often symbolizes completion and the preparation for new beginnings. You might be experiencing moments of loneliness or feeling different from those around you. However, this phase is also building a deep inner confidence, allowing you to stand firmly in your truth and authenticity. Embrace this time as a powerful opportunity to connect with your inner strength and prepare for the new paths that are about to open up for you. Now, this is also quite interesting. As I tune into your energy, divine feminine, I'm sensing the presence of a steady provider energy. This often indicates a masculine influence that is either currently in your life or seeking to connect with you. This energy feels like it's subtly trying to make its presence known, perhaps reflecting someone who is thinking about you or wanting to establish a connection. Let's delve deeper into this energy before moving on to further messages related to the divine masculine. This steady provider energy suggests a stable, reliable presence, often indicative of someone who values consistency and practicality in their interactions. It's important to note how this energy is manifesting in your life and what it might signal about the connections or relationships you're attracting at this time. For most divine feminines listening, this connection seems to be from your past, something that has possibly seemed restricted or limited in some way, perhaps by external circumstances that felt beyond your control. It feels like there hasn't been much movement between the two of you recently. For some, this could be someone new, but for most, it's likely someone from your past, where things have felt at a standstill. the word standstill keeps coming up. To shed light on this standstill, we have the blocked communication and withheld gifts cards. The blocked communication card suggests that things might be stalled because this person has drifted away from their true, authentic self. I'm seeing an image of their younger self, deeply in tune with their soul's essence. But as they've grown, they've lost touch with that deeper identity. This masculine energy feels like a very sensitive soul, with a lot of love to give and a pure spirit. You've sensed this in them, divine feminine, but they seem to be holding back. The withheld gifts card indicates that this holding back may stem from being swayed away from their true self over time, perhaps due to external pressures or circumstances. There could also be a connection to their religious background or upbringing that has influenced their current behavior and beliefs. This sensitive soul is grappling with internal conflict, creating a barrier to fully expressing their true feelings and connecting with you authentically. Interestingly, as I was discussing this, I noticed papers on my desk scattering around, almost like a physical manifestation of chaos. This suggests that when this person starts to think about you, they're overwhelmed by a whirlwind of chaotic thoughts and emotions that they struggle to process. It's a bit overwhelming even in this reading, but we'll work through these layers to get a clearer picture of what's happening. Wow, here we go. The contemplation card has appeared, suggesting that things might have been quite stagnant between you and this person. It seems like they're more caught up in daydreaming about you than actively engaging in reality. This indicates a disconnect, even though they often find themselves lost in thoughts about you. The restrained voice and tradition cards point to influences that might be controlling this person's life. It could be a strict individual, a rigid tradition, a belief system, or cultural expectations. These influences have been so strong that they've led to feelings of powerlessness, as symbolized by the overwhelmed card. They might feel stuck in their circumstances, unable to break free from the constraints holding them back. Despite these challenges, you, divine feminine, have been a source of escape and hope for them, existing as a cherished daydream. This situation could involve a relationship they feel trapped in, or a deeply ingrained belief system creating a barrier between you two. Recently, though, there seems to have been a significant shift. With the solitude and balancing act cards, it looks like this person has undergone a period of introspection, whether physical or emotional. This time alone has led them to explore their true feelings and desires. They now feel a strong urge to bring balance to your connection, as suggested by the balancing act card. It seems they are considering a new approach, seeking to harmonize the relationship and possibly initiate a fresh start. All right, let's dive deeper into this divine feminine energy. The Guardian of Stability card has come up in the upright position, which often signifies external energies being projected onto you. I'm hearing the word attack, which might refer to emotional, mental, or psychological strains. It feels like someone's projecting their issues onto you, creating a heavy, triggered energy that might even affect you physically. It's important to find ways to shift and release this energy. Physical movement and spending time in nature can be especially effective for clearing these stagnant energies. Engaging in grounding activities and connecting with the earth can help release these burdens and restore your inner balance and harmony. Let's explore more about this potential triggered energy. I'm sensing that the brighter you shine, the more others might project their own shadows onto you, particularly those who aren't ready to face their inner truths. Your energy, divine feminine, acts as a mirror, offering others a clear reflection of themselves. being in your presence provides a rare and transformative opportunity. A powerful affirmation might be, "Being in my presence is a unique blessing and an invitation to self-discovery." This affirmation highlights the special nature of your energy and sets a boundary, emphasizing the importance of genuine and meaningful connections. I sense that those who aren't ready to embrace the gift of seeing themselves fully may end up avoiding their shadow aspects. In doing so, they might project this avoidance onto you. If you've noticed people suddenly distancing themselves, whether in romantic relationships or friendships, or if you've faced negativity directed at you verbally, mentally, or emotionally, it's natural to wonder if you're causing it. However, this often reflects how your inner power and truth challenge others to confront their own shadows. Your energy shines a light on the illusions they hold about themselves, making it hard for them to maintain these illusions around you. This can be intimidating for those who aren't prepared to face their own darkness, leading them to pull away or disconnect because your presence brings up aspects of themselves they're not yet ready to acknowledge. I'm picking up that you've done a lot of deep shadow work. You haven't shied away from confronting the darker parts of yourself. The word messy comes to mind, as this process may have seemed chaotic, both to those around you and to yourself. You might have faced judgment when this chaos became visible, but the message is clear. You've always been authentic and willing to face whatever comes to light. There could also be a connection to their religious background or upbringing that has influenced their current behavior and beliefs. This sensitive soul is grappling with internal conflict, creating a barrier to fully expressing their true feelings and connecting with you authentically. Interestingly, as I was discussing this, I noticed papers on my desk scattering around, almost like a physical manifestation of chaos. This suggests that when this person starts to think about you, they're overwhelmed by a whirlwind of chaotic thoughts and emotions that they struggle to process. It's a bit overwhelming even in this reading, but we'll work through these layers to get a clearer picture of what's happening. Wow, here we go. The contemplation card has appeared, suggesting that things might have been quite stagnant between you and this person. It seems like they're more caught up in daydreaming about you than actively engaging in reality. This indicates a disconnect, even though they often find themselves lost in thoughts about you. The restrained voice and tradition cards point to influences that might be controlling this person's life. It could be a strict individual, a rigid tradition, a belief system, or cultural expectations. These influences have been so strong that they've led to feelings of powerlessness, as symbolized by the overwhelmed card. They might feel stuck in their circumstances, unable to break free from the constraints holding them back. Despite these challenges, you, Divine Feminine, have been a source of escape and hope for them, existing as a cherished daydream. This situation could involve a relationship they feel trapped in, or a deeply ingrained belief system creating a barrier between you two. Recently, though, there seems to have been a significant shift. With the Solitude and Balancing Act cards, it looks like this person has undergone a period of introspection, whether physical or emotional. This time alone has led them to explore their true feelings and desires. They now feel a strong urge to bring balance to your connection, as suggested by the Balancing Act card. It seems they are considering a new approach, seeking to harmonize the relationship and possibly initiate a fresh start. All right, let's dive deeper into this Divine Feminine energy. The Guardian of Stability card has come up in the upright position, which often signifies external energies being projected onto you. I'm hearing the word attack, which might refer to emotional, mental, or psychological strains. It feels like someone's projecting their issues onto you, creating a heavy, triggered energy that might even affect you physically. It's important to find ways to shift and release this energy. Physical movement and spending time in nature can be especially effective for clearing these stagnant energies. Engaging in grounding activities and connecting with the earth can help release these burdens and restore your inner balance and harmony. Let's explore more about this potential triggered energy. I'm sensing that the brighter you shine, the more others might project their own shadows onto you, particularly those who aren't ready to face their inner truths. Your energy, divine feminine, acts as a mirror, offering others a clear reflection of themselves. Being in your presence provides a rare and transformative opportunity. A powerful affirmation might be, "Being in my presence is a unique blessing and an invitation to self-discovery." This affirmation highlights the special nature of your energy and sets a boundary, emphasizing the importance of genuine and meaningful connections. I sense that those who aren't ready to embrace the gift of seeing themselves fully may end up avoiding their shadow aspects. In doing so, they might project this avoidance onto you. If you've noticed people suddenly distancing themselves, whether in romantic relationships or friendships, or if you've faced negativity directed at you verbally, mentally, or emotionally, it's natural to wonder if you're causing it. However, this often reflects how your inner power and truth challenge others to confront their own shadows. Your energy shines a light on the illusions they hold about themselves, making it hard for them to maintain these illusions around you. This can be intimidating for those who aren't prepared to face their own darkness, leading them to pull away or disconnect because your presence brings up aspects of themselves they're not yet ready to acknowledge. I'm picking up that you've done a lot of deep shadow work. You haven't shied away from confronting the darker parts of yourself. The word messy comes to mind, as this process may have seemed chaotic, both to those around you and to yourself. You might have faced judgment when this chaos became visible, but the message is clear. You've always been authentic and willing to face whatever comes to light. The 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups, in reverse, suggest a deep sense of loneliness and disconnection. These cards point to a strong desire for reunion or connection that feels just out of reach, creating a pressure within the masculine that's driving him toward action. The Hermit card, reversed, shows that this internal pressure has already sparked significant soul-searching, and this journey of introspection is ongoing, helping him gain more clarity about his true desires. The reversed 4 of Swords highlights feelings of exhaustion and a yearning for peace or rest, symbolically representing a desire to come home to the comforting presence of the divine feminine. The masculine feels a compelling urge to enter a new phase of life. But there's also a sense of uncertainty and confusion, as indicated by the reversed 7 of Swords. This card suggests he feels stuck or in limbo, unsure of how to transition from his current situation to a more fulfilling future. This struggle reflects a need for clarity and a concrete plan to move forward. Currently, the masculine is navigating a phase of transition, striving to align his desires with his present reality. This period of uncertainty is pushing him toward a decisiveness he might have previously lacked. The reversed 2 of Swords signifies the end of indecision, showing that he's moving from a state of confusion to one of clarity and determination. The growing pressure and self-reflection are leading him to a deeper understanding of his true feelings, guiding him toward a more decisive and purposeful approach. This transformation indicates a readiness to take concrete steps to resolve uncertainties and move forward with renewed conviction and direction. This has been an incredibly enlightening reading, diving deep into the energies and dynamics shaping your life. To wrap things up, let's do one final channeling for the wonderful divine feminine. The Four of Pentacles, which signifies boundaries and self-protection, links beautifully with the High Priestess energy, symbolizing intuition and the third eye chakra. The message here is to trust and follow your intuition, especially when it guides you to step back from certain situations, people, or connections. If you feel the need to set boundaries or maintain distance, honor that instinct, even if the reasons aren't clear to you right now. Your spirit guides are urging you to continue trusting this intuitive wisdom, as you've been doing so well. It seems like there's a sense of settling in. For many of you, this past year has been about laying the groundwork for a new chapter in your life. What may have felt like stagnation was actually preparation for something significant. The projects, ideas, and aspects of your life that seemed slow to progress were in fact aligning energetically and physically. This groundwork is now solidifying, setting the stage for future growth. I hear the words, significant transformation, indicating that the foundation you've built will support your upcoming expansion and success. If this resonates with you, know that the effort you've put in is crucial for the exciting phase ahead. Wow, this feels like a very powerful reading. I hope this resonates with someone listening. As I said, this is much longer than I usually channel in these videos, but I like to follow the flow of the energy. The Rumi card that came out today is the courage of your love. There's a powerful message in the guidebook. Love is without reason. Rationality is like a cane. Judgment needs a cane because it is blind. When love arrives, thought dies in its shadow. Love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light. Rumi. This speaks to the heart that shines with courageous love. It's a call to free your heart from the effects of fear and the limits of a smaller, youthful love. You have an ancient soul, older than the mountains, and you are being invited to step into the wisdom of your mature heart and embrace a more expansive love. Exciting news! We're thrilled to announce that channel membership is now available. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. Click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. We can't wait to welcome you to our growing family and share more amazing content together. If this video resonated with you and you crave more, interact with the content, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration.